What if I told you that the most significant influence on your child's developing brain isn't what you might expect? It's not coming from school lessons, it's not from the latest educational apps, and it's certainly not dependent on buying the most expensive toys. Instead, it's the accumulation of small, everyday interactions, moments so common that they often go unnoticed. Every glance you give, every word you utter, every reaction you display. During childhood, particularly in the crucial early years, the brain is a dynamic landscape, constantly forming and reshaping connections based on lived experiences. Neuroscientists emphasize that a child's brain forges its pathways not from planned parental lessons, but from the consistent manner in which they are treated, moment by moment. Today, we're diving into 7 daily parenting habits that subtly, yet powerfully, shape your child's brain. Habits that can lay the foundation for lasting emotional security, unshakable confidence, and remarkable resilience. And here's the most remarkable part. Most parents are likely already incorporating these practices into their daily routines, perhaps without fully grasping their profound impact. Habit number 1. How you respond when your child cries. When a child cries, it's crucial to understand that their reaction isn't mere theatrics. It's a genuine expression of distress, a signal that something is amiss. At that moment, the emotional center of their brain is fully engaged, while the logical reasoning areas are still under development. This means children aren't crying to manipulate a situation. They cry because they lack the developed capacity to effectively manage intense feelings. If a child's cries are consistently met with anger, dismissal, or cold silence, their developing brain gradually internalizes a harmful message. My emotions are not safe or valid. I am alone and unsupported when I'm overwhelmed. However, when a caregiver responds with a calm and reassuring presence, even without immediately solving the problem, a remarkable shift occurs. The child's nervous system begins to find its equilibrium through connection and comfort. You are not spoiling your child by offering comfort. You are teaching their brain a valuable lesson: how to find safety and regulation amidst stress. Habit number 2. The tone of your voice. Children may not comprehend the nuances of every word you speak, but their brains are exceptionally adept at deciphering tone. A raised, sharp, or impatient tone of voice immediately triggers the brain's fear response. Stress hormones surge through their system, effectively shutting down their ability to learn and process information. Conversely, a calm, steady, and reassuring tone sends a powerful signal to the brain: I am safe and secure. I can listen and understand. I can trust and rely on you. This inherent sensitivity explains why two parents can utter the same sentence, yet elicit completely different reactions from their child, solely based on their tone. Often, how you speak carries significantly more weight than what you actually say. Habit number 3. Eye contact and presence. In today's fast-paced, digitally driven world, genuine, undivided attention has become increasingly rare and, correspondingly, incredibly valuable. When you make sustained eye contact with your child, even for just a few precious seconds, the brain releases a cascade of chemicals associated with bonding, attachment, and security. The neural pathways connected to self-worth, emotional regulation, and a sense of belonging are strengthened and reinforced. Your child doesn't demand constant, unwavering attention. They crave real, focused attention. Putting your phone down, looking them directly in the eyes, actively listening without interrupting or rushing them. Such presence communicates a simple yet profound message to the brain: I matter. I am worthy of your time and focus. Habit number 4. How you react to mistakes. Mistakes are not perceived as failures within a child's developing brain. Instead, they are viewed as invaluable opportunities for growth, learning, and development. But the way parents react to these mistakes plays a crucial role in shaping what the child's brain learns next. If mistakes are consistently met with shame, harsh criticism, or punitive measures, the brain begins to associate the act of learning with fear and anxiety. Conversely, if mistakes are met with gentle guidance, patient understanding, and supportive encouragement, the brain associates learning with safety, acceptance, and growth. Over time, children who harbor a deep-seated fear of making mistakes tend to avoid challenges and stop trying altogether. On the other hand, children who feel supported and encouraged in the face of mistakes develop resilience, perseverance, and a growth mindset. Every reaction teaches your child what failure truly means, and whether it's something to be avoided at all costs or a valuable stepping stone on the path to learning and self-improvement. Habit number 5. The words you repeat every day. Words are far more than just sounds to a child's developing brain. They have the power to shape their internal beliefs, self-perception, and inner dialogue. Phrases such as, "Hurry up," "We're going to be late," "Be careful," "You're going to hurt yourself," "Why can't you be more like your brother/sister?" When repeated on a daily basis, these seemingly innocuous words slowly but surely mold a child's self-image, their sense of self-worth, and their internal self-talk. Eventually, the parent's voice becomes internalized, transforming into the child's own inner voice, constantly shaping their thoughts and beliefs. This doesn't mean parents must strive for linguistic perfection, but it does highlight the fact that our words possess far more power and influence than we often realize. Habit number 6. Physical touch. Human brains are inherently wired for connection and attachment through the medium of touch. Hugs, gentle touches, reassuring pats on the back, and simply holding hands all trigger the release of oxytocin, the love hormone, primarily responsible for bonding, attachment, and emotional security. Simultaneously, stress hormones like cortisol are reduced, creating a sense of calm and well-being. Touch effectively communicates safety, security, and unconditional love in a way that words often cannot. As children transition into adolescence and adulthood, the frequency of physical affection often tends to decrease, but their underlying need for it remains constant. Touch is not a reward to be earned or withheld. It is a fundamental biological need essential for healthy emotional development. Habit number 7. Modeling emotional behavior. Children do not learn the intricate art of emotional regulation from lectures, stern pronouncements, or abstract theories. They learn it primarily by observing you, their parents and caregivers, in action. How you manage your own frustrations. How you communicate when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. How you recover and rebound after losing your patience or making a mistake. These seemingly insignificant moments collectively form the emotional blueprint that your child will carry with them into adulthood, shaping their own emotional responses and coping mechanisms. You don't need to maintain an unrealistic facade of constant calmness and composure. You simply need to be authentic, genuine, and willing to acknowledge your emotions and actively work towards repair when necessary. When children witness adults acknowledging their emotions, taking responsibility for their actions, and actively recovering from emotional setbacks, their brains learn flexibility, adaptability, and resilience. Qualities far more valuable than the pursuit of unattainable perfection. Final thoughts. Parenting is not about striving for flawlessness or adhering to a rigid set of rules. It's about cultivating a deep understanding that the seemingly insignificant daily moments have a profound and lasting impact on the developing brain of your child, shaping the person they will become. You don't need to acquire more specialized tools or master complex parenting techniques. You don't need to accumulate more knowledge or subscribe to the latest parenting trends. What you truly need is simply awareness, a mindful presence, and a conscious intention to nurture the emotional well-being of your child. Because your child is not merely watching what you actively teach them, they are unconsciously becoming a reflection of what they consistently experience within your care.